Listener discretion is advised.
Why have you only brought 6 pairs of underwear if you're staying here for 10 days?
Yeah.
Which was quite embarrassing having to explain that one, that I could turn them inside out and it would effectively last for 12 days, wouldn't it?
Hello everyone, welcome to Comedy. Today's featured episode is from The Sacred Cow. I'm Greg, host and curator of Comedy, and every week I find a funny episode that I think you will love from an independent podcast creator. If you'd like to support my efforts of connecting listeners with independent comedy podcasters, please consider buying me a coffee. This show practically runs on coffee. Just go to buymeacoffee.com/indie drop-in. The Sacred Cow team take a sideways look at genial Irish singer Daniel O'Donnell and his effect on Western civilization with inevitably hilarious and oddly disturbing results. If you like today's episode, make sure to check out the episode description for links to subscribe. And we are going to get this show started after a quick word from our sponsors.
Begin.
Hello there, Daniel O'Donnell here. I'm delighted to learn that the venues for my UK tour are now able to fully open. We've missed touring and we've missed seeing you, and we're really looking forward to having a safe, fun night together in October. If you haven't already got your tickets, then go to my website, danielodonnell.org, and you'll find all the information there on how to get a ticket for a venue near you. See you in October.
Hello, Sam.
Hello there, Simon.
That's a haunting melody. What's that?
It's Daniel O'Donnell.
Is it really? I didn't really know that he branched out into that kind of music as well.
Oh yeah. He was a Celtic mystic before he became a pop star in the 80s.
Was he really? I tell you what, I bet that all of the bar staff of all of the Irish theme pubs in Dundalk, which is near the beach that they have, but it's very kind of rocky,
the Irish beach.
Stony. The Irish beach, yeah, the Irish theme beach. I reckon a lot of those bar staff, when they get to the end of their shift, will come out and they'll all be listening to that piece of music on their iPods or equivalent.
I think that will happen, but I also think that it has already and is currently happening.
I think it's simultaneously in all worlds is happening. In all possible universes, that is happening because it's such a great song. It's an Irish banger, isn't it?
Yeah, like you have with your Ulster Fry, Irish bangers.
Absolutely, yeah. And of course, that gives away a little bit of what we're up to today, because the great man himself. I don't even want to say his name. It's such a kind of holy thing. You kind of wonder if you're blaspheming.
Go on, say it.
All right, Daniel O'Donnell. That's the theme of today's podcast. We are actually going to devote the entire podcast to one person. I say person, I mean he's more than just a person, isn't he?
He's a mighty machine.
He is. He's an entity, isn't he?
Should we, for those listeners that don't actually know who the DOD is, I think it would be useful to tell them a few of the basic facts, and then at regular intervals throughout the podcast, we can give them more advanced DOD facts, which I think might be nice for them.
Absolutely, yeah. Have you got a
I've got
them
here. His name is Daniel Francis Noel O'Donnell. He was born on the 12th of December, 1961. So if you haven't already got him something, best pop out quick. Maintaining social distance, of course, and get him a nice gift because his birthday is fast approaching. And his place of birth was Dunglow, Donegal in Ireland.
Oh, I feel warm all over already, to be honest, as now you've said that.
Oh, I'm glad someone does. You haven't got the heating on yet.
And the thing is that what makes Daniel O'Donnell preferable to Jesus is that we know exactly when he was born, and we can hear him sing and buy his records as well. And you can't do that with Jesus, can you? So
you can't.
That means Daniel O'Donnell is better than Jesus.
He's better than Christ himself.
And Christ as well, both Jesus and Christ, both of them, all of that type. He's better.
All that lot, that gang.
Absolutely. What have you been up to this week then?
I've been listening to Daniel O'Donnell. I've got my glasses. Don't know if you can hear that, but I'm wearing my glasses.
I couldn't hear that at all. Are they Daniel O'Donnell glasses?
No, it's odd because when you try and show people glasses through a podcast, it's really difficult. So all they can do is listen. So this is the sound of me wearing my glasses.
Oh, wow. It was like being there in the room.
They're nice, aren't they? Do you like them?
Yeah, they're a bit, I have to say, they look a bit heavy. I don't know whether you should have gone for thinner lenses.
Yeah, well, they're quite quiet, which is good because I don't want to get distracted by them when I'm walking around. I hate noisy glasses. You know, the creaking, squeaking ones that you get.
Yeah, I do. Yes, I do know that. Yeah. No, it's always nice to have silent glasses. So whether you creep up behind somebody when you're about to slit their throat, they don't immediately go, "Oh God, there's a glasses wearer behind me." And then they already know your weak spot, don't they? So
it's good to keep your hinges oiled as well, I might add.
It is, and the ones that you have on your glasses as well.
Dixie horn.
Yeah. Just hang on a second.
Yep. Cue it up.
Well, I tell you what, the week I've had, wow, you wouldn't believe it.
Would I not?
No, you wouldn't believe it, no. Because basically I was listening to the radio, I was just driving around, driving around in the Skoda. Just driving around in the Skoda, and listening to, I don't know what it was, absolute 90s or total noughties or something. I don't know what it was anyway.
Unadulterated 70s.
Unadulterated 70s, absolutely, that's right, yeah, total 20s. And anyway, Daniel O'Donnell came on the radio, right?
Yeah.
And of course, I immediately lost control of the car, but I managed to wrestle it back on the A602. And he was singing away, and do you know what he told me?
What did he tell you?
He told me he wanted to dance with me. He just literally come out and said, "I want to dance with you." Do you know what I mean?
Twirl you all around the floor.
Absolutely, yeah. And the thing is when Daniel tells you to do something, you got to do it. So immediately, I just hit, threw the car into fifth gear, and I drove to Fishguard, which is in Wales, and then I got on the ferry to Ireland, and I managed to track down his address in Dundalk or Dunglow or
Donegal.
Donegal, that's right. I found his house. I managed to get through the perimeter fence past the machine gun nests because he's very protective. I took out all of his personal crew that he has with my sticky grenades and my retrievable throwing axe, which I got off of Call of Duty Mobile.
Okay, yeah.
And then I went up the stairs to his bedroom, right? And I noticed when I was there that he's got 3 ensuite toilets. He's got one for number ones, one for number twos, and one for tissues that have got stuff on them. So that was pretty amazing. And I saw that there was somebody in the bed. So I immediately poked them, as you would do. And it turned out that it was his wife who was under the covers. Yeah, because Daniel was in Vegas doing his one-man show, which I'm sure you know is called I'm Daniel O'Donnell, You're Not.
Yeah.
And my case comes up on Tuesday. So there you go.
Oh, shit. Well,
but there is a little postscript because I got an email from Daniel a few days ago saying, "Thank you very much for my interest. He would love to dance with all of his fans and twirl them all around the floor. But he can't. And he attached his 2019 calendar as a PDF file as a sort of thank you." Which I thought, well, maybe he just got them mixed up when he was going through the files or something. But, it's nice to know I've got a 2019 calendar. So.
Well, the latest ones, I've got, he's got an official merch website. And thinking now it would have been a really fun feature for you to guess the price of the items on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop on his merch website now that I've had that idea. And quiz you on the prices of things, because I was looking at it the other night and I was shocked because the prices are very specific and also hugely inflated. So just talk amongst yourselves while I go online to find his merch.
Okay, I've got something to eat, so you carry on.
What you got to eat?
They're Crawford's cheese savouries.
Oh, love them. What shape are you going for?
I've gone for the one that looks like a kind of a pillow.
Oh, yeah. Sort of like the big enough for a Playmobil man.
That's right, yeah. Pillow, semicircle.
You've got the ones with the stars, like the pointy edges.
Wait a minute. Yeah, well, they're kind of pointy. I mean, you wouldn't be able to take somebody's eye out with them.
Okay.
There's one that's shaped rather like a penis. I don't quite understand why Crawfords would think that was appropriate, but there you go.
Sort of the same size penis that a Playmobil person might enjoy.
Yeah, a Playmobil penis, yeah.
I'm on the website now.
Oh, good.
Okay. I'll give you 3 items.
Right.
I'm going to tell you higher or lower when you get the price, but you get 3 goes, right? This is how it's going to work. So say it's like a Daniel O'Donnell penny whistle.
Yeah.
It's just a DOD, and the O is one of the finger holes for the whistle. So you would say $13.99, and I'd say it's higher. Then you'd say £180, and I'd say it's lower, and you'd say 60, and I'd say, yeah, you got it right. You get 3 goes, yeah?
All right.
Okay.
This is unscripted, isn't it?
Yeah. Navy blue with yellow writing, scarf that says Daniel O'Donnell, and there are some musical notes on the ends of the scarf. Very important.
On the ends.
How much in UK pounds do you think it costs?
I'm going for £30.
It's lower.
So it's lower than £30.
That's right. You've got 2 guesses left.
£20.
It's lower than £20, Simon.
13 pence.
Oh, it's a bit higher than that, Simon. The Daniel O'Donnell navy blue scarf with yellow text that says Daniel O'Donnell on it with musical notes on the ends.
On the ends.
£12.79.
Oh, well, I was close, wasn't I?
Not bad for a scarf. I've seen more expensive ones.
Yeah, no, I mean, as long as it keeps you warm.
That's it, yeah.
That's the important thing, isn't it?
A Daniel O'Donnell pen. Remember those ones that we got for you at Christmas, the ones that had your name on them?
Oh, yes, that's right, yeah.
There's a Daniel O'Donnell one. It's red and it's metal, and the writing is engraved in it. Right. How much do you think the Dodd pen is?
The Dodd pen. I'm going to go for £10.
It's less than £10.
I'm going to go for £2.
It's more than 2.
£3.
£6.79.
Wow, that's still quite cheap though for 1 pen, isn't it?
Yeah, the way I lose pens, they're always getting borrowed. I mean, you could get a 10-pack for £67.
You could do, that's right, yeah. I mean, and you'd never lose them because they've got Daniel on them, haven't they? So
yeah.
Well, Daniel's put them in himself, and it's got some of his DNA in it.
See, the thing is, this is actually a really clever trick by Daniel's marketing team, because what's going to happen if you lose that pen? It's going to get sent back to Daniel O'Donnell, isn't it? And then he can sell them again to someone. £6.79 just keeps coming back to him like a boomerang. Last one, I promise. Mm-hmm. Right? A blanket from Daniel, I assume it's like a throw or something. Yeah. A Daniel O'Donnell rock and roll blanket. It's got a picture of a pink car with Daniel sitting on the bonnet. How much for the Dodd blanket?
So you could literally lay with Daniel in your bed.
Yeah, just sort of keep your knees warm while you're watching the sewing bee.
Yeah, or while you're watching Celebrity Antiques Roadshow.
That's it, yeah. How much for that experience, the blanket?
I mean, to be honest, I'd say priceless, really. But I mean, I know that's not going to work in the context.
You'd think so, but there is a literal price.
All right, I'm going to go for $15.99.
It's a bit more than that, Simon.
Is it?
Yeah. For a blanket.
Is it £100,000?
It's slightly less than that.
Is it? All right. Oh God, no! I'm gonna have to go somewhere in between, though, aren't I?
Yes.
Is it £37.99?
You're near.
Yeah.
It's a bit more than that, though.
How much is it?
£46.
Oh wow, £46 for a throw.
Yeah, for a Daniel O'Donnell pink throw blanket.
Yeah, I'd go for that.
Oh well, that's your Christmas sorted then.
Oh yeah.
I'm joking. I don't spend that much on anyone.
No, it's fair enough. I've nearly finished the bag, by the way.
That's good. And a beach towel. I know. I'm just reading out prices now, but how much do you reckon the beach towel is?
15 quid.
More.
16 quid.
£41.
£41 for a beach towel. Oh.
It's a fucking Daniel O'Donnell beach towel.
And what do we get of Daniel on the beach towel then?
It's the same picture as on the bed sheet, but it says Daniel O'Donnell above him. Now, I actually sent an email to the manufacturers of this music glue, and I said, what's like the thickness of the towel, because I've had printed beach towels before, and they're often really thin. But for that money, I'd expect quite a durable, quite a rugged, a beach towel that could handle a pebbly Irish beach. They got back to me and said they don't actually have the products there to tell me about. They just run the website.
So they're just like the middlemen then?
Yeah, I can't track down where these beach towels are, who makes them.
No.
Probably a well-guarded secret in the Daniel O'Donnell community.
It's probably the mafia, isn't it, I think? Really?
The Dodd Mafia, the Irish mafia.
Yeah. Do you know what? When I was in Italy in the summer of 2002, in Marche region, I can't remember which beach it was, and I distinctly remember seeing on sale at the beach 9/11 beach towels.
Really?
With like the twin towers were literally with the planes in them exploding and whatever, and it said "We remember" on it, so you could get on the beach and towel yourself down with a terrorist atrocity.
Yeah, whilst remembering it, while you were trying to get all the sand out your bits. Do you know what I mean? I think that's what all the victims of the terror attacks on the towers would have wanted. You're having a good time on the beach, but always remembering.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm sorry I kind of diverted from the Daniel there, but
That's okay. We're free to divert from the Daniel when a terror incident is being discussed.
Daniel would understand, wouldn't he?
I think so. How would you get that back through the airport, I wonder? Because what a weird thing to bring back from holiday.
Well, yeah, I think the only thing would be if you actually took it out your suitcase and held it up at customs and said, look at this. That I think would be, and I very rarely ever do that with beach towels, is go through security and hold them up and say, look at this.
I've had to, in the past, I think when I went to Norway or somewhere, they did pull me into a side room and make me get everything out of my bag and go through it, explaining why. And they were saying, why have you only brought 6 pairs of underwear if you're staying here for 10 days?
Yeah.
Which was quite embarrassing, having to explain that one, that I could turn them inside out and it would effectively last for 12 days, wouldn't it?
Or you could just wash them at some point somewhere.
Could do, yeah, or just maybe wear both my legs through one of the leg holes on one day and then go move over to the right-hand one the next day.
Or just not defecate for 10 days and then they would be kind of pretty much pristine, wouldn't they?
Yeah, well, you're missing the point here, Simon. You really haven't factored in smegma, have you?
I very rarely ever factor in smegma, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, it's not something that immediately springs to mind in any aspect of my life. So,
well, now you can see why, though. I mean, imagine if I got out my 9/11 towel during that, and they pointed out that I hadn't factored in smegma.
No, they might scan you for dick cheese, and do you know what I mean? They might have to do that. That might be in the future. That's what they might have to do. is just like, see whether or not that's apparent.
Have you declared this cheese?
Yeah.
It's contraband.
Yeah. It is, yeah.
An entire waxed wheel of cheese.
That's right, yeah, that you were going to trying to smuggle into Amsterdam because they like that sort of thing there.
Oh, I bet they do.
In the red light district. I tell you what are we actually doing in this podcast today? I mean, it's been so exciting so far.
We've got Daniel's sex tips. We've got a lovely song that Daniel recorded especially for us.
Mm-hmm.
What ones did you do? You've got a quiz or something?
I've got a quiz, yeah, and
I've got some Dodd facts as well. Do you want some more facts?
Yeah, do a Dodd fact, yeah, and then we'll do the quiz.
Yeah, sure.
Excellent.
His favourite pastime is it's put pastime on here instead of pastime.
Yeah.
Playing cards and playing golf. His pet hates are smoking followed by gossip. So as long as you don't gossip after smoking, he's fine with that. And he says his best asset is his teeth.
Ah, yeah, no, he does have lovely teeth, doesn't he? And they're all in his mouth as well, which is even better because it's nothing worse than discovering that the person that you're with has teeth in places other than their mouth.
Oh, oh God, if I had a tooth for every time that had happened to me, I'd end up like them tooth people.
Was that a Dixie horn moment?
Go on then.
All right, okay. And then we'll get into the quiz, yeah?
Yep.
There we go.
All his teeth are the same colour and, interestingly enough, the same width. Not many people have all their teeth of equal width, but that's another little Dodd speciality.
He's got lovely teeth. Right, we're ready for the quiz then?
Yes.
Here we go.
Days are my favourite things, like penny whistles, chopper bikes. Days are my favourite things, they're all the things I like. Days are my favourite things, like heroin and Magic Mike. Days are my favourite things, they're all the things I like. Baby bells and carousels, ready meals, electric gills, panty pads and single dads, Robocop and Terraflop, garlic bread and giving head, antifreeze, cottage cheese, semaphore, Securicore, tiny dogs and cooking blogs.
Shall I do this quiz in an Irish accent or shall I try and just do it in an English accent?
I think Irish accent would work.
Are you sure that we won't have crossed the line of racism or?
No, I think it's fine.
I'm wondering whether or not somebody might be able to tell us. We've got somebody called June. Mm-hmm. I wonder if June would possibly say English or Irish accent, and then I'll do it in either one of those accents. Okay? This normally is when people leave, isn't it? Oh, no, I think they have left already, haven't they?
I can't tell. Oh, look, someone's put Irish.
That's you. You put Irish.
I did put Irish.
All right, I'll do the Irish accent then, okay. I don't think we're punching up or down. I think we're punching across. Across the Irish Sea, okay. So, hello there, Sam.
Hi there.
And welcome to Daniel O'Donnell's Favourite Things. I'm going to give you a question or two, and then I'm going to ask you to tell me which of these things is Daniel's favourite, okay? I'm going to tell you 5 things, and then I'm going to give you the answer. If you can get 3 or more out of 5, you will win tonight's prize, which is all of Daniel's recorded output from the very beginning of time itself.
Wow, I can't wait to win.
Absolutely. So here we go with Daniel O'Donnell's favourites, number 1. We all know Daniel is obsessed with ensuite toilets, but what is his favourite reptile? Is it A, a crocodile, B, a chameleon, or C, a Komodo dragon? So here we are. Is it crocodile, chameleon, or a Komodo dragon? Take your time, Sam. Take your time, Sam. Don't hurry.
All right. I've just tried looking it up. I can't find it. So knowing Daniel, I would say...
Take your time.
Chameleon.
Take your time, Sam.
Because he's a big fan of the Culture Club, and they had a song about a chameleon.
So are you going for chameleons there, Sam?
I am going to lock that one in.
I'm going to lock you in with the Daniel O'Donnell horse. Okay, now you said chameleons. The answer is chameleons, because as we know, Daniel did a concert in Madagascar and bought all the chameleons on the island and then flew them to Lizard World theme park in Dundalk. So there you go. You're 1 for 1 there, Sam. Well done, Sam.
Lovely stuff.
You're doing well. Okay, question number 2. We all know Daniel likes a full Irish breakfast, but what is Daniel's favourite position? Is it A, the missionary, B, the reverse cowgirl, or C, the wheelbarrow? So take your time, Sam. What is Daniel O'Donnell's favourite sexual position? Take your time, Sam. Is it missionary? Do you know what missionary is, Sam? Do you want me to explain it to you?
Is that when imagine two people standing up facing each other but tilted by 90 degrees?
That's right, Sam. You got it there. You're obviously a man of the world. And then, more thinking music. Reverse cowgirl. The accent's gone there a little bit there.
That's fine. Reverse cowgirl. That seems like something he might be into because he's into his Western stuff, isn't he? Like all his cowboy songs.
That's right, Sam.
I think that one. I think reverse cowgirl.
Okay, you're going to lock in reverse cowgirl there, Sam. Okay, we're going to lock in there with the cricket. Remember Jimmy Cricket? Come here, there's more. There's more. Okay, so you went for what was it you went for? I can't remember now.
I went for the cowgirl.
Yes.
The dirty cowgirl.
I'm very sorry there, Sam. That was the wrong answer. It is the missionary, because as you know, he likes to sing to his lady friend while he's making love to her, and then he wants to see her face when he hits the highest notes. Okay.
I wanna rut with you, twirl you all around my cock. That's what they invented fucking for. I just wanna rut with you.
Time's up, Sam. Okay, question number 3. You're 1 and 1 at the moment. Now, question 3. We all know Daniel is an expert in post-feminist film theory. But what is his favourite hat? Is it Is it A, the baseball cap? Is it B, the bowler? Is it B, the bowler hat? Or is it C, the cloth cap? Take your time, Sam. Take your time, Sam.
Do you know what? I was listening back to an old episode where I did a quiz on like the most expensive hat.
Oh yeah.
It was one of them that was just like some bloke's hat, and he makes them. I reckon bowler. Was bowler an option?
Bowler, yes. Okay, so let's lock that in with the Irish rain. Okay there, Sam. Let's see. You went for cloth cap. The answer, I'm afraid, is baseball cap. Because Daniel, as you know, it is baseball cap, because Daniel is a fan of the LA Dodgers since he played a concert in Los Angeles, and he bought the team and he flew them home to Dundalk and installed them in his personal baseball field to play for his friends and family when he chooses. So I'm afraid you're 1 for 2 now. You have to get the last 2 correct, otherwise you won't win the entire.
2 correct.
Yes, is that Scottish? It's not working that well, is it?
It's working so well.
Okay, question number 4. We all know Daniel can sing the highest note audible to humans. But what is his favourite way of cooking an egg? Is it A, boiled? Is it B, poached? Or is it C, scrambled? That is Scottish.
Scrambled.
It's like Billy Connolly, isn't it?
Do you like your eggs scrambled? Or do you like them poached? I wonder if you've ever had them boiled.
Take your time, Sam. Take your time, Sam. Take your time.
I'll take my sweet time.
Yeah.
I think hard-boiled.
Hard-boiled. So you're going for hard-boiled, are you?
Yeah.
Sorry. You're going for hard-boiled there, aren't you, there?
I am.
You are. I'm going to lock you in there with the horse again. You've been locked in with the horse.
Use the horse.
There you go. So you said it was hard-boiled. Let's see. I'm afraid, Sam, that the answer was... It was scrambled. His favourite recipe is 3 eggs, a cup of milk, but no seasoning, as his vocal cords are very sensitive and are insured for €5,000. So you won for 4.
Pepper damages them.
That's right. So it's, where are we? It's, you won for 4 then. So I'm afraid the entire recorded works of Daniel has now gone. But you could get the follow-up prize, which is the beach towel with his face on it. So it is. Okay, question 5. We all know Daniel can see into the astral plane and commune with the spectral spirits therein. But what is his favourite stool on the Bristol stool chart?
Stool chart. This is the best accent because it's just, they're all in it.
They are all in it, aren't they?
The Bristol stool chart.
Is it A, type 1, separated hard lumps that are difficult to pass? Is it B, type 3, like a sausage but with cracks on the surface? Or is it C, type 5, soft blobs with clear-cut edges? Is it? Take your time, Sam. Take your time.
See, the one I thought it wasn't actually on the list.
Oh, yes.
I thought he would have gone for the thin, quick ones.
Oh, yes. I know, yes.
I think, I don't know, the sausage-like one with the desert, like the salt flats type texture. The crack in it.
Okay, let's lock you in there with the Jibby cricket. There's more.
Hello there, Jimmy.
Hello there. And let's see if you had the right answer there. Well done. Yes, It is indeed. It is type 3, like a sausage, but with cracks on the surface. In the hour before a concert, he can defecate up to 17 times and can lose up to 35% of his body weight. But it enables him to stage dive without fear of injuring a concert goer. Well done, Sam. I thought you played very well there. Yeah. You've done some amazing things there. And you will win the beach towel. We'll send it to you, FedExed, and have a lovely day, Sam.
I will do.
And let's lead out then with the jingle.
Days are my favourite things, like penny whistles, chopper bikes. Days are my favourite things, they're all the things I like. Days are my favourite things, like heroin and Magic Mike. Days are my favourite things, they're all the things I like. Baby bells and carousels, ready meals, electric gills, panty pads and single dads, Robocop and Terraflop, garlic bread and giving head, antifreeze, cottage cheese, semaphore, Securicore, tiny dogs and cooking blogs.
Well, that was good, wasn't it?
It was really good, and I thought it leads nicely on to my next block of facts, which says that his we mentioned his best feature was his teeth.
Yes, he did.
Well,
yes,
he says on his own website his worst feature are his growing love handles. And it says his fondest memory was the first time he met Loretta Lynn. Wow, the coal miner's daughter. They're a fantastic film with Tommy Lee Jones in it, I believe.
Tommy Lee, one of my favourite actors, Tommy Lee Jones.
Fantastic guy.
He was very good in No
Country for Old Men.
No Cunt for Old Men, that's right. Yeah. No, that was a very, very good film. Yeah.
And the Men in Black.
The Men in Black, yes, that's right. And
the film about Johnny Cash, wasn't it? The Men in Black.
That's the one. Yeah.
And,
I can walk in a straight line. That was Johnny Cash as well, wasn't it?
yeah. And on that subject, Daniel O'Donnell's favourite movie is Gandhi.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah. Because, well, I guess he's a philanthropist, isn't he?
I think he probably is. Yeah, I think he. I don't know. I mean, there were rumours, weren't there? But I mean,
yeah.
He's. He likes children, but I mean, I didn't mean to say that he's a philanthropist, is it?
Oh, don't say that. His favourite saying is "Up ya, boy, ya." I've never heard anyone say that.
Oh, right, and now the boot's on the other foot now, isn't it, Tommy?
Yeah.
Yeah, now you're doing the accent, aren't you?
Up ya, boy, ya.
Do you know what that sounded like to me?
What?
It sounded like this. It sounded like that.
Did it really? Like what?
Yeah. Like this. That's what it sounded like.
I like it.
That's your accent, is it? Sounds just like this.
That's your wife, that is.
Yeah, there you go. Right then, what's next?
Do you want some sexy sex tips from Daniel O'Donnell?
Christ, yes.
Right, let's get the jingle warmed up.
Go on then.
Well, I've touched every lady from Killarney to Ulster. If you want to put your pistol into her holster, listen to my feature, don't pick out the best bits. Listen to the DOD sex tips.
Oh, that's lovely.
Hello there, it's Daniel O'Donnell here calling from lovely Donegal. How are you doing, Simon?
Is that actually Daniel O'Donnell?
It's me, it's Daniel O'Donnell. So it is, calling from lovely Donegal to you, Simon.
Oh, Daniel, I don't know what to do. I've come over all strange now. Daniel, it's such a wonderful experience to meet you. But I mean, I don't even know what to say.
I'd like to just say I've had a wonderful time listening to your podcast. It's been very entertaining. You've definitely got that star quality that I have.
You don't know how much that means to me, Daniel, to have your endorsement.
Well, I thought I'd give the listeners a couple of my top sex tips. So here's one of them.
Top 6.
Top sex tips. Top 3 sex tips. Do you want my tip or not? There's plenty that'll accept.
Daniel, is it 3 or 6? I'm not sure.
It's my top 3 tips. With regards to kissing and petting, my advice is to not do so when swimming. I've been banned from 2 pools in lovely Donegal for snogging and holding my Magella in a deep end. It's just not fair with the little ones around.
What were you holding in the deep end, Daniel?
My Magella.
What's your Magella, Daniel? Is that an Irish word?
My wife's called Magella.
Oh, I see. Like the stuff you put on your gums.
That's Bonjella, her sister. Now, sex tip number 2.
Right.
I find if I've eaten heavily, it drastically affects my sexual performance. Right. But if I've eaten too little, I haven't the energy for a full force fuck. So for a full force fuck. If on a Sunday roast, if I just eat the parsnips and maybe 1 slice of beef, then my energy for the Sunday fuck fest is just right, according to my Magella back in lovely Donegal.
May I ask, Daniel, is a Sunday roast a reference to a certain practice?
Oh no, it's not. I love to get my hands around a good cut of beef and a parsnip.
If you could have a roast with anyone, Daniel, who would that be?
Dolly Parton.
Which end would you be?
Wait, she could take... She'd have the meat off the bone.
Oh, I see. Right, yeah. So you'd be at the front, yeah.
Aye.
That's wonderful. Well, I'm writing all this down in my post-it notes.
I would, because it's fucking good advice.
It is fucking good advice, Daniel. Thank you.
Well, my final piece of advice, if I can just read it without laughing.
I thought there was 6.
Six free tips for free. It's a new offer. You used to get 3 for 2, but now it's all 3, 6 tips for 3 tips. My final of the 6 3 tips.
Go on then.
And finally, I like to use my entire palm when giving Magella hand pleasure because it just frigs so silly, and I have to shag her sensible to get her back on time for my live streams. I'll be up to my lovely Donny balls in my lovely Magella. Did you enjoy that? Use the whole palm for the hand pleasure.
Yes, no, that's. I mean, yeah, I mean.
Oh, it just frigs so silly, so it does.
Well, Magella is obviously a very sensual woman, and I wouldn't be, I'd be surprised if somebody who married you, Daniel, wasn't sensual and like to be like the palm frigging.
I can use a tone of my voice to vibrate her clitoris at just the right frequency to tip her over the edge.
Do you put your chin on her then?
No, I just use my microphone.
Use your microphone. Well, on a special setting.
That's right. I set it to 9 and just let her have at it.
Or maybe you could just get a Bluetooth speaker, one of those little cylindrical ones, and
I could, but
chuck it up there.
When I'm away on tour, away from lovely Donegal, I know that Magella likes to use her Chinese device.
Oh, we've all got a Chinese device, haven't we?
We do. Well, I'd better go now because Magella needs a seeing too. She's voracious. She's an appetite for it.
Will you dance with her and twirl her all around the floor?
Well, she can twiddle my nipples all around the floor for all I care. Bye now. I've got to lube up.
It's been an absolute pleasure, Daniel. You have a good lube, and we'll see you soon. Take care.
I won't lube too soon. Bye now. Bye.
Bye.
Well, I've touched every lady from Killarney to Ulster. If you want to put your pistol into her holster, listen to my feature, don't pick out the best bits. Listen to the DOD sex tips. Wow.
Well, that was fascinating. I've written down almost all of that. So I mean, you should have listened to it. It was really interesting.
Yeah, sorry, I just had to go to the toilet to relieve myself while all of that was going on. But
to be honest, I nearly had to do the same myself. Hearing Daniel saying those words, I mean, it was I mean, I had to stand up at one point.
Was it like a Louis Theroux documentary? Like you just see a side of him that you're not used to?
Yeah, it was a bit like that, except without Louis Theroux. It was, it was just
more
like
palm frigging.
It was more palm frigging. Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to put that in my special book now. Palm frigging. Yes, no, that was utterly fascinating. I can't even imagine what's coming next.
Now, I'll tell you what. If you're up the Costco, you can get one of Daniel O'Donnell's CDs on a 3 for 2.
I think that's absolutely true. In fact, I seem to remember the last time I went into Costco in Stevenage, you could actually buy Daniel O'Donnell in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just like a one-off purchase. So, because they have everything there, everything you want.
Yeah, what, and his generous palms?
You can get 500 kilo bags of Crawford's cheese savouries up there. For like when a hotel's like having like a New Year's Eve party and
the jumbo.
And they want like a big, it's like it comes on its own pallet basically. And you have to have a transit van or a Berlingo to be able to take it home. Yeah. Have you seen one of them Berlingos?
Is it Renault?
It's a Renault Berlingo, yeah, it's nice. But you can get them into the back of one of those, and then
Well, the reason I mentioned it was because the 3 for 2 offer on the albums is in order to honour his 32-year career, because he's had a top 40 album every year for the last 32 years. Now, Elvis couldn't do that. Elvis didn't do that. The Beatles didn't do that. Daniel O'Donnell has bested the Beatles and Elvis.
Absolutely. And how old was Jesus when he died?
30 odd.
32, I think you'll find.
Really? Wow, Dodd's had more years coming up with top 40 albums than Jesus had years being alive.
Absolutely.
Do you want the song?
Yes, please.
If it brings you happiness, then I wish you all the best. It's your happiness that matters most of all. If he ever breaks your heart, if the teardrops ever start, I'll be there before the next teardrop falls. I am trained in unarmed combat, jiu-jitsu and all of that. If he breaks your heart, then I will break his bones. And if he leaves you feeling blue, I'll do my best to remove his heart like an Indiana Jones. I'll be there on his trail, and God help us if I fail. I'll come back to fulfill our suicide pact. Oh, so I hope he brings you joy, and my skills are not deployed. I'd be there before the next teardrop falls.
That was sensational. That was
Daniel's latest record. I've not heard it on the radio yet, but it's coming. Just like Magella was last night. With his magical palms, frigging her silly.
That was an extraordinary piece of music, and
Daniel can just write hit after hit. Top 40 albums every year for the last 32 years. Love him.
He's a freaking hit machine, isn't he, Daniel?
He is. And a fuck machine as well. What was it? He said he wants to deliver Magella a full
Irish breakfast.
I think it was a full force fucking or something, wasn't it?
That's right, yeah. I thought it was a full Irish breakfast, but then that's probably code, isn't it, for all sorts of things.
Well, so, he needs to keep up his energy because she is insatiable.
She is, isn't she? And you can put her on your gums as well.
like someone testing the quality of Coke.
I can see that we've been joined by Modern Morrissey.
Well, Modern Morrissey's got a lovely story about getting was it a free Papa J's?
Yeah. So Lily ordered a Papa John's the other day. Whinged about it afterwards because they forgot to bring her ice cream. £26 refund.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, that went straight to the witch doctor.
It's been some week. Honestly, it really has. Refunds, voodoos.
That's pretty much it, really, isn't it? Refunds for food.
Refunds and voodoos. That's how I would sum up this week.
Same old.
Well, it's the same thing in lovely Donegal. There's not much voodoo going on.
There's actually a nightclub in Donegal called Voodoo.
That's fucking not.
There is. I promise you. Google it. It's in a town called Letterkenny.
Voodoo. Donegal Voodoo. Voodoo venue in Letterkenny.
Fucking hell. Has Dodd played it?
I assume. I think he's done a few DJ sets there.
It has a capacity of 1,500.
It's a good sized venue.
It's got 3 VIP rooms. The red room is the smallest. The China White, isn't that heroin, is located on the second floor.
That's where you want to take heroin. You don't want to do it on the bottom floor.
And then the glass room is also located on the second floor and has a private bathroom and bar.
You know what goes on in there. We know what goes on. We don't need to say it. We all know what's happening in there.
Dodd's renting himself out, and he.
It says, and it was outside this nightclub that GAA All-Star Kevin Cassidy's brother notoriously bit a man's ear off. Kevin Cassidy was later found guilty of affray and sentenced to community service.
That happened. My granddad had his ear bitten off.
Did he really?
Genuinely, yeah.
I didn't hear that.
I think it was on the side of his head.
Oh, you got there first.
No, he was walking through Hitchin, and he got into a rumpus, bit of a ruckus, a bit of a fracas with a guy, and the guy just went straight for his ear and bit the earlobe off. It wasn't the entire ear. And as a kid, I remember my mum telling me about it, and I was like, "Well, how does he still hear?" Because I didn't understand that a majority of like the business to do with the ear is on the inside. I thought it was just the outside, so I thought he couldn't hear on that side. And he was a big fan of Daniel O'Donnell, so it's come full circle.
It has, hasn't it? Everything comes back to Daniel O'Donnell, doesn't it?
It does. It does.
You couldn't write it.
You couldn't.
You couldn't write it.
You had a quarter of the Dixie horn there.
Yeah, what's wrong with the Dixie horn today?
No. I don't know. I didn't feel very Dixie horny today, I have to say.
You weren't using the full palm. That's the problem.
You need a full palm and an incorrect fleece. Not an incorrect. What was it? Unofficial.
Unofficial fleece.
It's because I kept getting distracted because I thought Daniel was going to dance with me and twirl me all around the floor, you see.
Is he still playing that song on repeat in Vegas for 16 years or whatever it was?
I literally only know that one song by Daniel O'Donnell.
What?
Knock 3 Times is a personal favourite.
I like Hello Darling. That's my new Dodd jam.
Yeah, or Jambalaya as well as a pretty good one. That's
Jambalaya. What the fuck even is a filet gumbo?
There was a period of about a week where I was just playing that song constantly, and just like the look on Lily's face when she heard the intro was like, what the fuck have I got myself into?
Crawfish fry, filet gumbo.
Yeah.
For tonight, I'm gonna be down on the bayou.
The old Donegal bayou.
Fucking hell, what the hell?
Down there, just shucking corn, pulling up catfish from the bayou. That's Daniel, all right. Just sitting at the gas station playing his banjo.
Absolutely, yeah. Shall I lead us all in a chorus of I Want to Dance With You?
That'd be excellent. That'd be delicious. It'd be good.
Do you know both chords, Simon?
Let
it shine. I just want to dance with you.
I wanna dance with
you,
twirl you all around
the floor. They invented dance
wanna dance with you.
I wanna dance with you.
I wanna dance with you.
Dance with you.
Well, you all around the world. 'Cause that's what they
Invented dancing for. I wanna use my whole palm on you.
We haven't got any latency issues at all there, have we?
No.
That one was for Bunty143. Okay, nice one.
Goodbye, Yadav. Goodbye, everyone else. Goodbye, Paddy. Goodbye,
Bye, Samuel Zedekiah.
Bye. Bye, everyone.
Love you. Bye now.
Bye.
Thanks again for listening to Comedy by Indie Drop-In. If you would like your show featured, reach out to us at Indie Drop-In on all social media or go to indiedropin.com. See you next time.